Everyone from Andre's Gymnastics, we hope you all are staying safe and well during this time, and we miss you all so much. We thought that we might put together some videos for you so that you can follow along and stay active during this time. So let's get stuck into it. Hi everyone, we're here with Maddie. Hi. And this is our video for our Recreation 9 years plus, and our RecPLUS kids can have a go at this workout as well. So we're going to start with warming up. Just make sure that you have lots of room around you and that you have parental permission to be doing this wherever you are doing it. It might be outside on the grass or inside in your lounge room with lots of space. All right, so running on the spot. Nice and fast legs. And faster, 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 faster. And I want you to run with the knees up nice and high. Trying to get them as high as you can to your chest. And kicking your heels back. And then running with straight legs in front. Point your toes as you kick them. Trying to keep your arms behind you. And the tricky one bent, one straight. And Maddie's got a hand there to help her with that bending leg. And swap. And stop. All right, bouncing with your feet together, arms up to the roof, little bounders. So trying to keep your knees straight if you can and just bouncing through your ankles. And hopping on one foot. And swap feet. And stop. Awesome. Now do your jump. So we've got tuck, star, split, split. So you can do these individually or you can try and put them all together. So tuck, star, split, split. So making sure our feet always join back in together on the floor. So I want you to give this a few goes. Awesome. All right, now you're going to try tuck, star, full turn, or you could do a half turn, but we're going to try the full turn here. So tuck, star, full turn. And you're going to try and keep going without stopping after that full turn. If you need to stop, that's fine. Awesome. All right, we're going to go into front support now. So hands down. And we're going to try and go from our hands to our elbows, one hand at a time. So go down onto your elbows and back up. And again, so you're going to do this 5 times on one side and then 5 times on the other side. Awesome. Then you're going to hold your plank position. So on your elbows and bottom down. And then you're going to kick your legs back. So you can do 5 to 10 kicks and then swapping legs. 5 to 10 kicks. Awesome, and relax. Give your arms a shake. Now you're going to go on your hands, front support. And you're going to do some mountain climbers. So kicking your knee to your elbow, and you can go as fast or as slow as you want. But the faster you go, the harder it is. And then feet together, and you're going to try and jump your feet in and back out. So you're going to try and get to 10 of these in and out, counts as 1. Nice and strong. Awesome, and then we're going to do a burpee. So you can go from standing, you do a big jump. Hands down, legs out, jump in and jump. If you want to make it harder, you can add the push-up, but we're just going to do these without the push-up. And we're going to start stretching. So legs out, sitting in our straddle. Point your toes, stretching up to the roof and stretch to one side. So you're going to hold these for 10 to 20 seconds. And then I want you to lift your foot up, flex your toe, holding that for 10 to 20 seconds. And then stretching up, we'll do the other side. So we're just going a bit quicker, but you guys can do it. And pause the video at home. And flex. And deep breaths as you're doing it. And then reaching up and going down the middle, pointing your toes. And flexing your toes, keeping your legs straight. And then reaching up, pointing your toes, and you're going to try and reach forward without touching the ground. So straight back, keep reaching forward, stretching, trying to touch something in front of you. And stretching up. And then feet together, L sit, squeeze your arms, and pike. So touching down. So 5 to 10, or 10 to 20 seconds. And then you're going to flex your toes up holding that 10 to 20 seconds. And sitting in butterfly. So pushing your legs down. Holding that for 10 to 20 seconds and then touching your nose down and keep pushing. Awesome, now we're going to try our bridges. So you're going to push up into your bridge with strong arms. And this one's just to warm up first, so feet flat, pushing those knees as straight as you can, and you want to try and push over your hands. And coming down, and rock and roll. So always stretching your back the other way in between each one. So just 3 rocks. And then you're going to do your bridge again. And this time we're going to do some rocks in our bridge. So you're going to push over your hands each time. We're going to try 10 rocks. Pushing your knees straight and trying to keep your heels on the ground. And then you can do your rock and rolls, 3 rocks. And then we're going to do our bridges with kicks. So strong arms. And 5 to 10 kicks on each leg. So making sure it's got nice speed to the kick and trying to keep those legs straight. And coming down and rock and roll. And then give your hands a little stretch out. So roll your wrists around. And then we're going to move on to our activities. All right, guys, go have a quick drink. Awesome. All right, we're going to move on to our handstands now. So we're going to go find a couch. Ask permission if you have a couch or a chair that you can use that at home. If not, you can try and do this on the floor. It'll just be a little bit different. So putting your hands down, feet up on the couch or the chair, and front support, holding it nice and strong. You want to hold this for a few seconds, and then you're going to walk your hands in, getting your bottom nice and high, squeezing it tight. And then we're going to walk our hands out, holding nice and strong. And you can relax. So you can do that a few times. Give your hands a shake and a roll in between each time. So do that 3 to 5 times. Then we're going to add on. So you're going to walk your hands up, feet up, walk your hands in. Bottom up nice and high, and you're going to try and tap your chest. So if you can't tap your chest, you can just lift your hand up a little bit, but trying to tap your chest is the aim. And then walk your hands back out and down. So you can do that 3 to 5 times of 10 taps. And then we're going to go up again. So front support, always keeping our body strong, walk it in, and we're going to do some kicks with our legs. So you're going to kick one foot up and down, making sure that you're keeping your bottom nice and high when you go back down. So you're trying to do 5 to 10 kicks on each leg, whatever you're up to, and then relax and give your hands a shake in between and roll around. So you can do that again 3 times. We don't want to do too many of these because your wrists do get a bit sore after a while. All right, now we're going to try and do a walk in a handstand. So hands down, feet up in front support. You can walk in front support sideways, or you can try and do the bottom up. So walk your feet in and walking sideways. So 2 steps to the side and then 2 steps back, and trying this 5 times. And relax. Give your hands a shake and roll around. All right, so if you can move on to a wall and we can do similar activities. If you're not allowed to go on the wall, that's fine. You can do them again on the box or on the couch. So putting your hands down, walking your feet up the wall. We don't want to kick up into the wall at home. We don't want to break the wall. So walking your feet up, holding it strong, and you can march on your hands. We can do those walks sideways, so 2 steps to the side, 2 steps back. And we can try to lift 1 foot off the wall and other foot off the wall. So doing little kicks like this, holding nice strong arms and walking down. Give your hands a shake. Awesome. All right, now we're going to try handstands on the ground. So starting up, we can start with an L handstand, so stretching up tall. If you've never tried these at home, don't try them now, but I think we'll be fine just doing an L handstand. So strong arms and kick, making sure 1 foot is pointing out, and try again. So squeezing tight. A good lunge to start and finish with that front foot in front. All right, then we can move on to a full handstand. So stretch up tall and kicking up into a handstand. So if you've never done these, don't try them at home on your own and stretching up. But if you have, give these a couple of goes. So you want to do 5 to 10 handstands, trying not to walk on your hands. If you accidentally kick too hard, I want you to cartwheel out. Make sure you've got lots of space to do this. cartwheel out so that you don't crash over doing a roll. All right, now we're going to do some needle kicks. So stretching up nice and tall, and this is to work on our splits. So you're going to go hands down, kicking that leg up high and stretch up. So you want to keep your bottom foot flat on the ground and always stretch back up to the roof at the end. So bottom foot flat, kick and back up. So trying 5 to 10 on each leg and get that big stretch in the middle each time. So then try the other leg, stretch up tall. And don't go too fast. You want to be always controlled in a handstand. So thinking about the balance on your front foot. Awesome. All right, now we're going to go on to some strength exercises. Go grab a quick drink of water, guys. All right, guys, let's get into some strength now. So we're going to find some space on the floor. We're going to start with push-ups. So we've got 4 different types of push-ups. So you can either do these on your toes, your knees, or you can do a box push-up. So Maddie's going to do them on her knees. And you're going to go elbows out to start with. So see how her elbows are pushing out from her body. So you can do 10 to 15. If you can't do 10, 5 is fine. Whatever you can do so that we can build up on some strength for our arms. Then the next one is elbows going in. So you're going to make sure your fingers are forward and your elbows are going in along your body. So squeezing them. You should feel your arms along your body when you go down and up. Awesome. So 10 to 15 of those. Then put your fingers on top of each other or close to each other. And this is the hard one. So chest down to your hands and pushing back up. You want to try and keep your belly off the ground, down and back up. These are really hard. So if you need to, bring your knees in closer to help out, taking some weight off. And then we're going to put our hands forward in front of us. And you're going to try and get your elbows down to the ground and push back up, down and up. So these ones you can do a few more of these, so maybe 15 to 20 of them, but you've got to try and keep the body nice and straight and strong. Awesome, then you can come up, give your hands a shake. So I want you to go through all 4 of those push-ups and I want you to try and do maybe 2 to 3 sets and always shaking your wrists in between. All right, now we're going to move on to our Superman. So laying on your belly, squeeze your feet together and you're going to lift an arch off the ground, both your hands and your feet as high as you can. And you're going to hold this for 10 seconds and then you're going to do 10 kicks, so little kicks. You can always add on if it's too easy, you can add it, make it a bit higher numbers, so 20 of them or 30 of them, and then 10 rocks, so feet together, rock. So always want to be squeezing your bottom, trying to keep your knees off the ground, keeping your hands off the ground, and relax. Then you're going to roll over, putting your hands forward onto your thighs. You're going to make sure your lower back is pushing into the ground, so don't let that back arch. You're going to lift your head up and hold your dish. So 10 seconds, and then we're going to go 10 kicks and 10 rocks. And relax. So you can do Superman and dish, and you can do a few of those reps as well. So three reps would be good of those for 10 each. All right, then we're going to do some frog holds. So you're going to go hands down, because we've been working on our handstands, so we're just working on different shapes for our handstands. So legs out and holding. Yep, so you want to try and lift your feet off the ground slowly and holding that for 10 to 15 seconds. Come down, give your hands a shake and try it again. You want to try and put a pillow in front of your face if you're afraid of falling onto your face, so that doesn't hurt your head. All right, and then our last one, we're going to do the straddle hold. So this is for our straddle handstands, our press handstands. So you're going to have your legs out, you're going to lift your feet up, and then put your hands down and try and lift your bottom off the ground. So this is pretty tricky. You're going to try and lift your feet up and push your bottom off the ground. So you can try a few of these, 5 to 10, keeping those arms nice and straight. To make it harder, which is really tricky, we can try and do that again, and then you're going to try and lift your feet off the ground at the same time and hold a straddle. Good try, Maddie. So that's a hard one. So you can try and hold the straddle position for 10 to 15 seconds. Give your hands a shake in between and give those a couple more tries. And then we're going to move on to our cool down. So you guys can keep going with those, have a pause and go back to doing those stretches and then grab a drink. Okay, after that good workout, we're going to do some cool down stretches. So we're going to go onto the ground and we're going to work on our splits. So you're going to put one foot in front, and we're going to make sure that our back foot is straight and pushing forward. You want to make sure that your front foot is not behind your knee. So you want to make sure it's nice and straight with your knee. Maddie, do you want us to put it backwards so that it shows how? So we don't want that. We want to have it nice and straight. We also don't want it too far forward. All right, so after stretching for 10-15 seconds, then stretching back. Also, the longer you hold, the better. So if you want to get better at your stretches and your splits, then you should hold these for 30 seconds and above, and deep breaths in between. All right, then we're going to slide forward, pointing your toes, squeezing tight. Yep, so don't go too far if it hurts too much. Just go as far as you can. You also want to make sure that your hips aren't twisting. Maddie, do you want to just quickly show what it looks like when you're twisting out? You don't want to be twisting. You want to be pushing forward and keeping it straight. Awesome, then slowly coming out and going to the other one. So again, holding these for as long as you can. 30 seconds to 2 minutes would be fantastic. So pushing forward, making sure that back foot is straight, front foot's under your knee, and straighten that leg, reaching towards your toes. Stay up nice and tall, and then sliding forward and pointing your toes. So again, it's fine if you don't go all the way down, just as far as you can. So holding that for 30 seconds or more, and then coming up. And now we're going to do our lunges for our middle splits. So on your knee, one leg out, and going on your elbows, and holding that for 30 seconds, and then coming back up to the other side, sliding down. And as you're holding it, you might find you might be able to go down a little bit further after 10 seconds or 20 seconds. And then we're going to do froggy, so both your legs bent and trying to push your hips down to the floor. And then we can go up into our middle split. So up on your feet and sliding down as far as you can, pointing your toes, and you want to make sure that your bottom is not going in front of your feet. You want it all to be in line. And on your elbows. If you can't get down to your elbows, going up on your hands is fine too. But holding, breathing, 30 seconds or more. And then coming out. And then we're going to work on our arms. So stretching one arm across in front of your body. So holding that for 15 to 20 seconds, and then other arm. So deep breaths. And we're going to have one arm over, one arm under. So trying to touch your fingers together. If you can touch them, try and grab your hands together or grab your wrists. And then going the other way. Maddie needs to work on that one. Awesome. And then seal stretch, so going onto your belly and pushing up, squeezing tight, trying to touch your toes to your head. And then you can do 1 foot at a time, trying to do 5 taps, 1 foot bending, yep. And holding that seal stretch. And then we're going to go side seal stretch, so onto your side, pushing that hand up nice and high so we can get that stretch through your side. And other side, so again holding them for a bit longer than we are. And down. And now we're going to do our lazy cat stretch. So hands on the ground and pushing your armpits to the floor, keeping your bottom up nice and high and holding that for a little bit. And then rolling your wrists around and in a wave. And then putting your hands on the ground to stretch your wrists on the ground. So straight arms. You can put them further away from your body if you want to make it harder. And then putting your hands the other way, making sure your bottom's sitting on your heels. And you can put your hands further away to make it harder again. All right, guys. Hope you had lots of fun with this workout. And we hope to do some more in the future. Bye.